tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I wanna, really wanna say ah.
We just keep going, right?
Hey everybody, we're here for another Red Band Society recap. This is season 1, episode 5. You can tell by our song. The episode is called I'll Tell You What I Want, What I Really, Really Want. I'm your host, Francisco Thurston, and tonight I am joined by lovely ladies to my left.
Hey guys, I'm Michelle Phi. And I'm Heather Cruz.
And we are missing the other Heather. You know, she has some personal things going on, and all of our hearts are with you, and yeah, we miss you.
We do.
Hope to see you soon.
She'll be back.
Yeah, she'll be back. She's strong. She's a fighter.
She is.
Your friendship never ends, guys.
Our friendship never ends.
That's what we really, really want.
I mean, Spice Girls is kind of epic.
It's true.
It's not even kind of epic. It is epic.
It is epic, yeah.
I'll say, yeah.
So I love
Legendary.
that we started off with Spice Girls, because that's the perfect way to start anything off.
Of course.
It's my childhood.
Not funerals.
Not funerals. No, not funerals. Well, you
It
know,
might brighten the mood a bit.
I want Spice Girls played at my funeral. You know, I'm changing
We're
the
going to
norm.
write that down. We'll make sure it happens.
Spice Girls, two become one. Okay, so this episode, you know, every week I feel like you said it as when we got in here, it just gets better.
Better and better.
Better and better. The storylines thicken, you know, more things pop up, you know, it's just becoming, I think people just need to give it a chance, and I think as we're going along, they're seeing that, you know, they're happy to give this show a chance.
Yes.
I feel, at least.
Yeah,
I feel like
I
it too.
agree.
I really like it. I mean, and I will admit, in the beginning, I didn't dislike it, but I like it so much more now. I really do. I'm invested.
I just think people couldn't believe, I mean, what I was reading that, you know, these people didn't believe that a coma patient could be telling a story or narrating a story and
obviously.
blah, blah, blah. Like they were thinking so realistically about something like that, but you just got to give it a chance and get into the heart of it all. But this episode, we get to know Charlie. We get to
Finally.
I've always been wondering what happened to him and why there was so much tension with the dad and why he was secret, and we get to find out, which is it's crazy.
It's a pretty sad story too.
It's
really
sad. So Charlie was feeling sick, throwing up in the car after a party, and you know his dad's trying to help him out. He says, "Take your seatbelt off, lay down." It's
Which
stuck.
I've done as a kid. My mom or dad would have told me the exact same thing. Like, lay down. You know, we're almost home.
Yeah,
we're
like,
a few miles
close
away.
your
Take your
eyes.
seatbelt off. Like, nope. I mean, my parents have done it.
Yeah, no, my parents have done it too. You don't feel good, you want to lay down in the back seat. It's something I feel every parent is just, you know, just chill out, lay down, throw up on the floor if you need to.
You already did that.
You already did that, so just feel better. And he was just trying to do the right thing, but it just goes to show you that anything can happen in a split second.
Right.
Like as soon as he turned back around from trying to unbuckle that seatbelt, boom.
The lights, the truck, and that was all she wrote.
That's all she wrote. And it's just so crazy.
Yeah.
And it's just it's like that in life, you know. 1 second you turn away, and then 1 second you're hit by a truck, and it's whoa. It's crazy. It brings you back to reality a little bit.
I think it was interesting too that we got to see, you know, Charlie in the hospital with Nurse Jackson. He wasn't in a coma right off the bat. Like they thought he was going to be okay, but when they got in there, there was a lot more damage than they thought, and he still hasn't woken up. What, 8 weeks later? They said.
Yeah.
He had cranial bleeding. Well, when he got to the hospital, he had abdominal bleeding, and then after the surgery, he had cranial bleeding and edema, and it was basically, I think, you know, it was medically induced coma because of the surgery and them putting him under and everything that happened with the surgery. He just
didn't wake up.
Just didn't wake up, and the doctors didn't have any hope for him to wake up. They didn't instill any kind of hope in the parents at all.
I need to say something about that doctor who was just like, he's like throwing all these medical terms, and I'm sitting here thinking what the mom's thinking, like, I don't know what
Yeah.
you're saying.
Yeah.
In layman's terms, tell me. He's like, well, I don't think he's ever going to wake up.
Boom.
Like, what?
That's
Yeah.
it.
What? What a horrible doctor.
Well, I mean, I feel like that's always a possibility, though, right?
Yeah,
like with coma
sure.
students, or not students, I mean coma patients. I'm sorry, but I don't know. Like he just got straight to the point, and it was just like, oh, okay.
Ugh, so
Like,
heartbreaking. Can you
yeah.
imagine those parents? Ugh.
I feel like it's kind of better than. It's good to instill some kind of hope.
Well,
Yeah.
yes.
But when you're a medical person and you have a medical opinion to give, and you're dealing with someone's life in your hand, and you can't kind of beat around the bush with them, you know, like
That's true.
your son's probably never gonna wake up.
And that's what the insurance people were trying to get out of Nurse Jackson and out of McAndrews is like, okay, what's the scenario here? Have you done everything? Black, white situation, like yes or no? What's going on?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, McAndrews had to tell the truth.
Yeah.
Even though Nurse Jackson was pissed.
Yeah.
She's not having it.
Oh, no. She was not happy.
Well, Miss Jackson. I always want to call her that. Just think of Miss Jackson. Nurse Jackson made a pact with Charlie before he went into his coma, and I love her story to him. She kind of, I feel like she gave him this like. She knew he was going to be in like a medically induced coma for the surgery, or they were going to put him under, and she knew there was a possibility. She kind of gave him a little bit of hope. She's like, this is, you know, I got home, and you can find your way out of this. You just got to search for home. And she gave him that little bit of something to hold on to going into surgery, and that he could possibly think of if... I feel like she kind of like foreshadowed it a little bit.
Yeah,
she knew
she
it was
did.
going to happen.
But she's trying so hard to like keep that promise. Like you're gonna wake up. It's been 8 weeks, but I don't care what any other doctor say. You're gonna wake up. This is gonna happen. I'm gonna be here.
I'm going to be here for you.
Yeah.
And I'd want to stick to that promise too.
Yeah,
a little
definitely.
bit, and
But would you go as far as Nurse Jackson went? The last scene.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder what's that. I wouldn't go that far because you're dealing with
Yeah.
the law now. and
Yeah, illegal.
Her
Illegal.
career is just, if
you're-
anything were to happen.
It's her job. I feel like she
Right,
kind of
right. But she's
was-
really invested in those kids.
invested. It was impulsive a little bit. You know, she just went with her heart instead of
Her brain.
yeah. But who knows? Who knows if she'll get
See what
caught?
happens,
And I
yeah.
guess we'll see what happens with that. I don't even know what it means.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yet,
no, we didn't
or-
get anything. All we knew was changed labels on blood. Was it
Yeah.
blood? Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
That's
I
all
don't
we know.
I don't know what they're gonna use or do with that. So
I don't either.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
As we always do with this
Right.
show.
Well, okay. Can we talk about the parents for a second? Charlie's parents.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so we've known since the beginning that Charlie's mom and dad visitation rights were not given to Charlie's dad, but now we know why. And can I just say that I don't agree with it whatsoever? Like, she is way overreacting. I did not like her at all in this episode. Mandy,
Yeah,
she needs to
Mandy.
go.
Yeah. No, I totally agree.
It's like it's hard because, you know, your child is in a coma, and the only thing that she could hold on to or place blame on anybody,
the dad.
It's the dad, you know. It's a really stupid reason to place blame on him, but he's kind of in this position where he was the reason why, you know, why'd you take his seatbelt off, and you know it's not safe, and it's raining, and you know,
Yeah, but accidents.
Devil's advocate.
I know,
Devil's advocate.
I
It's
know.
an accident. I feel like anything could have happened, though. Like you said
Anything.
earlier, anything can happen in life. And I mean, there's always that like thought in the back of your mind, like he could have stayed at the party until she wanted to go home, you know, and then she would have been in the car. Everything would have been fine. His hands would have been on his, you know, wheel.
I just
But-
don't understand. Like, I totally understand, like, if something this happens, your child is in this situation. Obviously, the relationship between the parents is going to be split. But to, like, physically get a restraining order and
Yeah.
say, you cannot see your sick child. Like, really?
It was a little. It's very harsh. Yeah,
Very
all of that is
extreme.
harsh. I agree with
Yeah.
you. But she holds resentment towards somebody, and I guess she kind of needs to for her own personal.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, towards the end,
situation.
she was starting to let it go, which was good.
Well, yeah, after he went in and like
Yeah.
talked to her about it.
Well,
Yeah.
finally, after 8 weeks, I guess it
Right.
needed to happen.
Fair. I don't know why it didn't happen in the first place.
Yeah. But I like Nurse Jackson, like, knew, like, you know, the schedules are mixed up. You can't be here, like, playing both sides. You know, I love that about Nurse
You get
Jackson.
caught up.
Yeah, right? She
get
just
caught up.
really cares about those kids so much. She's willing to break the rules, obviously, and really to do willing to do whatever it takes for these kids, the well-being for them. So,
I mean, they're essentially her kids. You know, maybe the
much.
parents probably. Well, in this hospital, the kids the parents aren't around a lot, so
right?
they're essentially her kids. She takes care of them. She changes their diapers and stuff like that and catheters, and she gets personal with them. I'm not saying like that's what happens on the show, but when you're a nurse, you get close to your patients. Do that, yeah. So those are her kids. I'd step up to bat a little bit for my kids, and she wants the best for Charlie. She's Team Charlie, like she says. She wants them to be united front, and the only way they can be a united Team Charlie is if they're there at separate times. So she's doing her best to like try to.
Yeah.
You right.
She's smart, but she got caught up.
She's a little cray too. I just love her though. I love her so much.
I love Nurse Jackson. Her character is, like I said, from the beginning. She's one of my favorites. Spot on, for sure. But I'm glad that it's sad though because the mom is kind of on board with the medical professionals.
I know. She's like, I mean, she's letting go, which is good, but in a sense, she is giving up.
Yeah,
she's giving up.
That's rough.
You know, it's so hard because
I've never been in that situation. Yeah. I don't know what I would do.
What would you do?
I have no idea.
But I do kind of feel like she should have at least listened to what Nurse Jackson had to say, or like Nurse Jackson should have had Leo tell like Charlie's mom what he saw when he was going under surgery.
I feel like that would be comforting to the parents. Like he's in there somewhere, and Ciara had a similar experience. So
and so did Jordy.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, yeah. Maybe this will. I don't think Charlie's going anywhere because Nurse Jackson's a little sneakiness at the end.
Oh no, he's our narrator. He
can't go anywhere.
He's not going anywhere. But it'll be interesting to see. I think the parents are going. Well, I'll say that later. That's a prediction.
Predictions.
Yeah, I'm so glad we got to see a little bit of Charlie's story, and
me too.
I hope. It's sad to see the mom giving up so quickly, but what do you do after so many weeks and these business professionals are telling you know what, this is the best for your money, and blase, whatever they're doing here.
That's so hard when it's like life, death, money.
Yeah. Your child.
I know.
They make it very realistic, and it's hard to maybe form proper thoughts when they bringing up other things like money and stuff like this. You're like, oh gosh, how am I supposed to?
But you would have to think about that kind of stuff, though. It's not just, do whatever you can for my kid. Like, someone's got to pay for it.
Someone does have to pay for it.
Health is expensive.
Health is expensive. And to stay in a hospital is expensive. Yes. It's very expensive. But what do you do for this kid that maybe might have a chance?
I don't know.
Who knows?
Nurse Jackson figured it out.
Nurse Jackson's magical.
She's saving the day.
She's so saving the day. So Charlie... Boom, he's done. We learn his story. We learn everything that's happening with him. Next, I want to talk about is Ciara and Dash and their whole their thing. We find out that Dash is getting his pager. He moved up on the organ donor list, and everything that just is supposed to happen consecutively, and he'll be ready to get his new lungs. And Ciara comes to him, which I think is funny because Ciara never goes to anybody for advice ever. She knows it all. She goes to him because she sees it. She overheard that he's getting this pager, and she's like, "Yeah, I want a heart."
Yeah, she needs a new heart. So
she's at the bottom of the list, girl.
You're at the bottom. I don't even think she's on the list.
No, she's not even on it yet.
Oh, that's right.
She wouldn't get on it. That's right.
She's not on the list, and she wants to know, bro, how do I get on the list? How? And she wants advice from him. How do you think about that?
I really enjoyed the two of them together because Ciara's pretty much mean to everybody. She wasn't as mean this episode. I mean, she had some snarky remarks, but we got to see a little bit more of Dash, like a little bit of his story. And, he's facing having new lungs, but do I take the new lungs? I'm doing this for my parents. And cystic fibrosis, there's no cure for that. So even if he had new lungs, chances are down the road, he would still be sick. So
and he was pretty realistic about that at the end.
I feel like he's made his peace. Like
yeah, he said that too. Yeah, he's made his peace.
So I mean, he said he'd be doing it just for his parents. So will he take the lungs when he gets them? Will he not?
Yeah,
I hope so. I like him.
He says that he just wants to be remembered, regardless of he's made his peace, and regardless of whatever happens, he just wants to be remembered. And it's funny. He keeps Ciara on this goose chase the entire time, not telling her why he wants to be in this apartment building. And
we were speculating.
Yeah,
I thought that he was like dropping drugs.
Oh no!
Yeah. Remember, there was that one part where Charlie was like, "Don't forget the bag."
Oh,
and
just like, what's in the bag?
He was like on the phone, all inconspicuous, and he's had some drugs before. I mean, I thought he was making like a straw.
Private stash. Yeah.
The private stash.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I'm glad it wasn't though. I like the way it turned out. better.
Yeah. I love that he's into the graffiti and like wall art and stuff.
Yeah.
I call
really
it wall
like
art.
their
Wall art.
wall art. Oh, that's a good way of putting it. Wall art. But I do love his relationship with Ciara. I like love that it's like completely platonic.
Yep.
Like they're just friends.
And they can both like jab at each other.
Yeah, they're both very honest with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's what puts Ciara into her place, and like she's just a whole different person when she's around him. Like she's
She
a lot
realizes.
nicer. Yeah.
She
Or a little bit
understands
nicer.
him. Yeah, she's a little bit nicer.
Well, I feel like she's a little bit nicer because she needed him. Like, he knows the board of directors. He knows how to act. I mean, it worked for him. He's getting his lungs, and she wants a heart, so...
True.
Yeah.
Well, she has to work really hard for that one.
I love that he tells
Dash made
her
him.
that it's not that you need the heart, it's what you're going to do with your heart.
Yeah.
Who's going to benefit from this? Who's going to be most appreciate this heart that they're getting from somebody who essentially gave their heart up to give to you?
Yeah.
You know, once they passed or whatever happens, you know? So it's like, it's
It
true.
totally makes sense.
It makes
Yeah.
sense. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's so crazy, like, how this whole process works, too, because I'm not a medical person. I don't know anything about any of that. But just seeing, like, the glimpses of that, like, that's a very interesting way to put it, you know? Are you going to take care of this heart? You know, I didn't realize that someone like Ciara, who can't pass drug tests, you're not getting a heart because you don't deserve it, you know, is basically what they're saying. I had no idea that went on.
I didn't have no idea that went on either. It's kind of like,
It's interesting.
it's an eye-opener. You got to be a good person.
Face. I kind of agree with it though. Like, well, I mean, when someone gives their heart, obviously they're gone.
Yeah.
And of course, you want the family to have a little reassurance that the heart's going to someone who
Appreciates
needs
it.
it and appreciates it and is not going to just overdose,
Damage
on something.
themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I
So,
get it. I think it should be more medically based. Like, are you going to appreciate this and not destroy this person's heart when they gave it to you? But not based off of like her personality.
Well, yeah. Well,
True.
I mean, drug tests don't lie.
Yeah.
She can
don't
lie
lie.
all she wants and be all cute and prim and proper, but drug tests don't lie.
No tests lie at all. They're all there for you to know. But I love their dynamic, like you said, and they're a good pair for the show. And I think I'm excited to see where their friendship heads and to see what else. I love. It's so awful, but she called Charlie snooze doggy dog.
Oh, yes. I love that part. That was the greatest name I've ever heard.
Snooze
like-
doggy dog.
It would be Ciara's character to go ahead and call the kid in a coma snooze doggy dog. Like, how awful, but like
But, like,
laughable.
so
These
Great.
kids,
So funny.
like, they are vicious to each other
They really
sometimes.
are. They are.
They can. Like, they're friends, but not really, but maybe, but not.
I think that's what gives them like that normalness.
Yeah.
You know, like even though they are sick, it's like they're just like you and I.
It's
Yeah.
you can totally see it with, like, the love triangle going on between Emma, Leo, and Jordy. Those three.
Yeah, those three.
Where do we go with that?
Yeah, where do we go with that?
So many places.
Like you said, though, they want to be normal kids. Though they're
Yeah.
all stuck with the situation, and they're all stuck in a place that is beneficial to them and helpful to them. But they all still want to live a normal life,
Yeah.
even though they're still dealing with these like. I can't even think of the word.
Drama.
Like I mean, there's no point in moping around and just being sad. They just.
They
I
wanna
like
live.
that they
Yeah.
I like that they have that mentality that they just want to live like a normal life, even though they're in a hospital.
Like sneaking beer and
Yeah.
taking puffs and
Yeah.
yeah.
And using other people's cars, even though they have their license.
Right? Like,
Using other people's
that doctor is out of his mind. Oh, I've never driven before ever. Here, take my one in
of
a
a
million
kind.
car, only 5 in the world.
Right.
What was the actor who's, I don't remember who it was, who was like leaning
I
against
forget
it.
the name
I
of the
forgot.
actor.
Some
What?
famous guy
Yeah.
leaned
He
on it.
leaned right here on the car.
yeah, and to let them drive it in
Here
LA.
you go.
To let them drive that car in Los Angeles, which is the worst place
Crazy.
to drive.
LA
Crazy.
traffic,
Ever.
yeah, right.
Right?
No way.
By the way, that was not some LA traffic that
Oh,
they
I
were
know.
driving
Where
through. I
was
was
it?
like, seriously, where's that street? I'd like to go down that
Yeah.
one.
Seriously, that's a nice street in LA. Where is that street? Because I would love to have some peace and serenity on that street. somehow.
Right.
When he stopped at that stop sign and didn't move, it wouldn't have just been one honk. It would have been like,
Yeah, right.
Yeah. What are you doing?
"What are you doing, dumbass? What is going on?"
That was like my ride on the way here.
Yeah, people are not nice here.
No.
I always say to my friends, I feel like people here get licenses because they're pretty. That's how people get driver's license here. Because they deal with dummies on the road every day. But anyways,
Off on our little tangent
Leo,
there.
Jordy, and Emma go on a car ride.
Yes.
apparently Emma's trying to teach him how to drive, but she doesn't know how to drive. Leo knows how to drive.
Yeah, Leo was doing a much better job.
Well, I didn't realize that Emma had her license.
She doesn't look old enough.
Yeah, like when she first went off, she's like, oh, let me go grab my license. Like,
Yeah.
girl, how old are you?
Yeah, she didn't even look old enough to have,
She was
like...
like 14, 15 maybe?
I have no idea.
I didn't think she
She's
was...
at least 16.
I guess so. She got her driver's
Right.
license. She was ready to take the
A
lead.
minor teaching another minor how to drive.
Leo was very timid about going at first, though. He was like, no, you guys go ahead. You go ahead and be alone.
Well,
I think he just didn't want to be with Emma.
Well, there's
wanna be a
obvious
third wheel.
tension. Like he's like walking in the hall. Oh, hey Emma. She's right past
Cold
him.
shoulder.
Like, done. Dang. Shade.
Hey, he made her mad last week. Or the situation made her mad last week.
All of it made her mad.
He didn't kiss Ciara.
I know, Ciara kissed him.
That's
But-
true. That's
but-
true. She thinks that he likes Ciara, and now she's all jealous.
I'm sorry. I don't... That never works for me. If someone says, well, she kissed him... No. If someone's coming for a kiss, your reflexes are to... No,
He went for it.
He went for it.
But didn't she like grab his face though?
And I would have been like...
I mean,
If someone's coming to kiss you, you have every opportunity to be like...
That's very true.
but
No.
he didn't take it. But I don't think that he likes her. No way.
No.
I don't think he likes her
But
either.
when someone says that, or like she kissed him or he kissed her, I'm like,
Okay.
there's ways
Okay.
out of that. Or like in relationships,
Jump
there-
off the stage.
or like in movies when they're like, but he kissed you. He's like, no, she kissed me, and you're like, no, you guys both didn't have to kiss each other.
So basically, any kissing equals cheating if you're in a relationship, right? It's always both people's fault.
It is.
Oh, okay. Well, good to know.
To me,
I'm
it
gonna add
is.
that to my little rule book.
But that's Francisco's opinion. I'm just
Because you can move away. You don't have to kiss back.
You can. That's very true.
Anyways, that is off topic
We are
again.
so many tangents tonight.
Hey, maybe people enjoy this. Little life lessons here.
I like the life lessons.
But I feel like Emma kind of cut him deep a little bit in that car. She laid into him.
Yeah.
She kind of made it about him being center of attention, but I don't think he was trying to do that.
No, I think he was trying to be safe. They're in a one-of-a-kind car in LA traffic.
Trying to save his life in this car because Jordy's about to kill them all.
Jordy just sat there like,
I didn't
the
even see the
whole
stop
time.
I freak out on somebody who's going through a stop sign. I'm like, did you not see that?
Yeah.
Hello? This big red sign.
Oh,
It
and then
says-
they flip you off. That's happened to me.
Yeah. It says stop, you usually stop when it says stop, so why don't you...
Oh, that's how it works.
Oh.
I get it now.
But he admits he didn't see it.
Yeah.
So
So Leo was right.
thank God for Leo. Thank God for Leo. You can feel their chemistry between Emma and Leo. It's not anything aggressive. It's very, even though they're kids, it's like sexual tension. It's not kids, they're teenagers.
Yeah, they're teenagers.
You can feel their the building between them two. It's not just...
It's so interesting because, okay, so when they get back from the car, or back from their little ride or whatever, Jordy leaves to go get Emma's phone, and then they have this, altercation between Leo and Emma. First of all, Leo, just kisses anybody. Throw it out there. Brittany better watch out.
I'm next.
Oh, we saw him with hair, too, today. Did you like him
We
better
did.
with the hair?
I don't know.
I liked him better bald.
The bald is nice. It shows off his features. He has really great eyebrows.
He does. He really does.
You've really thought about this, haven't you?
Yeah, it makes... Sometimes I feel like without hair, it makes your feet... It can work for you or it can work against you. But for him, I feel like it works. Like, he's full-on, shaved to the skin bald.
Yeah.
But it works for him.
I liked it. I thought it was weird when he had the hair.
Yeah,
Another
I thought it
tangent
was
we're
weird,
getting
too.
off on.
Oh, it's okay. It's part of this whole Red Band experience.
No, but when he kisses Emma, she did not pull away. First
did
of all,
not. See?
And
See?
Jordy saw the whole thing.
He saw it.
This triangle.
Well, she didn't pull away because she did say that she's like, well, I do like you. Like, I changed my mind. I do like you.
Oh,
And
get
I'm
it
just like,
together,
Emma,
girl. Seriously.
First, you say you just want to be friends, and then Ciara and Leo kiss. And
I
then
feel
now she's
like
just
Emma is like the ultimate player here. Like, it came out of nowhere where she was like all innocent, like, oh, everybody loves me. And then bam, bam, you're going to love me. No, you're going to love me. Like,
I think Emma just got jealous. She's like, this pretty cheerleader kissed you and you looked like you liked it and blah, blah, blah. And I hold you to this high pedestal. You're like this alpha, you're a jock and you're cute and you're playing pity on me. And she's the perfect statue for your collection. And she's a pretty cheerleader. And I just felt like it happened on both ends. Leo was jealous of Jordy and Emma, and now Emma's jealous of the Ciara and Leo situation, and now they've both just.
So it's not a triangle. It's more like a square rectangle.
Square.
Dash is over here. Charlie's on this side.
It's a square, but I don't think Ciara really
Ciara's
cares.
not involved.
No.
Like,
She doesn't care at all.
She only did that to piss off her friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's very spiteful, and she does her own thing, and she doesn't care. She's like, I don't really care. Obviously, she's not on the heart donor list, so
she don't care.
That's why.
That's why.
Maybe it's because she doesn't have a heart already. That's why she's having problems.
She's the
That's
ultimate ice queen.
She's the ultimate ice queen. She needs to
move over, Elsa.
She needs a little love. Put a little love in your heart. Oh.
What about her and Dash? That'd be cute.
I can see that happening.
Oh.
Thanks, Steven. And for all of you wondering.
It's our studio audience over here making comments.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. For all of you wondering, that's our wonderful Steven in the booth, holding it down. Anyways.
Crickets.
Just play Spice Girls.
So yeah, I mean.
So anyway,
I feel like we have to get very like prim and proper now.
Thrown off here.
What did you think, Michelle?
What did you think, Michelle?
Well, what were we talking about?
Leo. Oh, Emma and Leo.
Yeah,
goodness.
and then you said Ciara and Dash.
I think they would be cute together.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like they're too much of the same person.
Yeah, when you have too much of the same personality
it doesn't usually
situation,
work out.
It's just like,
I'm surprised. Okay, like Dash has been hitting on everybody. He tried to sleep with Nurse Brittany, you know, whatever. Ciara just plain offers it, and I'm so surprised.
gotta use a condom.
Oh yeah.
I am so surprised that he turned her down. Like I figured he'd just be like, "All right."
Well, she's a little tainted, so I'd turn it down too.
Well, there was that one incident behind the curtain.
There was.
She's a little tainted. I wouldn't want to get involved. But he has different things to
They'll
do.
just be really good friends. I'm glad that they've like paired off because the Leo and Dash, they're kind of over because Leo's way into Emma, and then Jordy and Dash never were together because Leo and Jordy were together. Leo was like the center of like all these triangles.
He is.
Leo, he's starting all this drama.
He is.
He's
the star of it all.
Leo and Jordy, Leo and Dash, Leo and Ciara, Leo and Emma. He's involved with everybody.
He is.
There's something
What's next?
What's next? He's gonna piss off Nurse Jackson. Well, now he's involved in her. He told her about his dream, where he's not his dream, but seeing
The
Charlie in his
in-between.
in between.
Yeah.
When they do that in between thing, I always think it's like limbo, like from
I think
Inception.
it is. I think it is limbo.
It is. It's a
I feel
limbo.
like he just needs to like get out, you know? They need to all go in there and pull him out. Can that happen? Is that how it works?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I mean, in Inception, that's how.
Oh, okay. Well, bring
Inception.
Leo in. Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean, bring him in.
Yeah.
He can fix
fix
this.
the whole
He can
thing.
fix it all.
It's Leo.
Yes.
Leonardo DiCaprio, where are you? Please get on Red Band
Get
Society.
over here on this Fox show, please.
Or in studio.
Oh yeah.
We have a space for you.
We have a big couch.
Next to him.
Oh yeah. Oh, hey Leo. I think that kind of covers everything in the
Gosh,
episode.
we are
yeah.
so off on
so.
our own little world tonight.
It's okay. It's totally okay. But is that it as far as the episode is?
I believe so. I think we did cover everything.
Yeah, we
I
did.
think so.
Stories
yeah.
that went on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
All right. Well, we can move to news and gossip.
News and gossip.
AFTERBUZZ TV News.
Okay, remember a few weeks ago when I said that this show might get canceled?
Uh-huh.
Okay, there's hope. I was just reading today on E. They have ranked the shows, like all the new shows. And at the top of the list was Red Band Society.
Yes.
So fans love it. Like this was fans. It had like a 70-something% approval rate. Everybody loves it. It's like number 3 on their list. And like E and everybody, the general consensus is critics actually like this show a lot. It's different. It's something new. And they said if they got canceled, they would all cry a lot, and I would cry too because I really like it. So it's getting better.
Yes.
Yes, I knew it would. I knew that people just needed to give it a chance, like I said at the beginning.
Yeah.
Got to give it a little bit of time to run. It's
That's
the
how it all
first,
works.
second, third episode. You can't cancel
No.
something off of 2 or 3 episodes. Like,
Unless it's like really
Really bad.
And it's not. It's not at all.
yeah.
It's great.
like Abby's Studio Rescue. Just cancel that.
This is a different after show.
I'm just taking a jab.
Womp womp.
Oh goodness gracious! That's all the news and gossip I have.
Predictions, which I love because that's how I.
AfterBuzz TV.
We've had to stop our predictions already.
I know.
I think that Mandy and Nick, I think Charlie's dad's name is, I think they're going to rekindle their love. I think Charlie's going to bring them together and they're going to find their way back to each other.
We've had so many of those moments.
You guys, please, can you keep it down in here? Like, we're trying to talk.
Off the stage.
Security!
Great.
Thank you.
He's practiced this moment.
He has.
I've had time. I only had a little sister, so. What is that?
Someone's dying
clearing
over
their
there.
throat. They're telling you to continue.
Predictions. Okay.
Predictions.
Yes.
I gave my
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
we just did.
Did he like fall asleep on the board? He's just like, every time he's falling asleep, something else happens.
Okay, you guys, your turn.
Okay. Well, going off on what we saw for the preview of next week or the week after.
Oh yeah, when is it coming back? After this World Series.
Series.
So
Who cares about baseball?
There's a fight. Ciara looks like she's going blind.
Oh,
yeah.
Holy crap. Could you imagine Ciara being blind?
How does your heart affect your eyes?
Well, she's been doing a lot of drugs.
It's true.
So it could be something.
She hasn't done drugs in like 2 days. Hello.
Oh, you're right.
Ciara being blind is going to be an experience.
Interesting.
That's for sure.
Yeah. It looks really sad. Like heartbreaking. Like I don't know. I kind of felt so bad for her.
Yeah.
But
She's still going to find a way to be evil. She's still going to find a way.
No, I told you in
hope
my
not.
predictions like a few weeks ago, I said she's gonna get better at her little.
What
nice
if she
heart.
becomes blind and being blind opens her eyes?
how very insightful,
Poetic.
Steven.
Oh.
That was so insightful, actually.
Thanks,
But I
Steven.
really just don't understand how your heart affects your eyes.
I don't know
I don't
either.
Well, we'll figure that out next
Maybe
week.
she has.
Maybe it's a
brains,
side effect
too.
of something.
Maybe. Like
Maybe.
temporary blindness?
Is that the thing?
Is that a thing?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I mean, if it isn't, then that means
I think
she's
when they do like
the whole
stuff
time.
to your eyes and surgeries and stuff like that, but
Maybe she's faking. Did you see her do that?
I see Ciara faking it.
I
I can see
do.
Ciara faking it.
But it looked so like surreal though. Like
She's like, I
Well,
can't.
it did. The doctors were in there and they were like, "Oh, you're deteriorating," and then she was like, "I'm blind."
yeah,
There's a lot gonna happening.
yeah, a lot's gonna
A
happen.
lot gonna happening. Did you hear that? A lot gonna happening. All right. Well, I think that's it for our Red Band Society recap. Where can they find you guys?
You guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at _Michelle Phi.
You can find me. I give you your moment. Give you your moment.
Thank you, everyone.
Do I get a moment?
Oh,
You can find me on Twitter at Heather_Cruz.
oh yeah. I can only imagine what he's gonna do for me. You guys can follow me on Twitter at @TheFrancisco and on
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
and on Instagram at Francisco Thurston. At least I'm funny. Or
Take a bow.
thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. We'll see you guys soon.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.